Welcome to the Explainer. Let's just dive right in, shall we? If you are looking at the 2026 housing market right now and feeling, well, a little overwhelmed, I promise you are absolutely not alone. Today, think of me as your friendly third-party guide. We're going to navigate what can often feel like this massive mountain to climb, buying your very first home. And to build this roadmap, we aren't just guessing. We are pulling directly from the playbooks of two local experts, David Sanchez and Kimberly Smith over at Living CA Realty. They've got over 9 years of experience, they serve 31 different markets across Southern California, and frankly, they know exactly how to get buyers successfully to the summit of home ownership. But, the real kicker is figuring out where to actually begin. It's so normal to feel like you have absolutely no idea where to start, or to just feel totally intimidated by the whole thing. But don't worry, we've got you. This step-by-step roadmap is going to completely demystify the entire journey for you. It's time to stop paying your landlord's mortgage and start building your own equity. Here is our game plan. We've got 5 base camps to conquer today: the 2026 housing market, financial readiness and your FICO score, getting pre-approved, house hunting and offers, and finally, escrow and closing. All right, base camp 1, the 2026 housing market. Let's look at the reality of the landscape as of mid-2026. Right now, the median price in Los Angeles County is sitting right around $910,000, while Orange County, that's up at $1.3 million. I know, those numbers sound incredibly heavy. But listen, here's the silver lining. Inventory is actually growing right now, and the days a house sits on the market are increasing. If a house sits for over 20 days, your leverage as a buyer goes up. That means way more room for you to negotiate deals and get some credits. And despite all the market volatility and shifting rates, David and Kimberly remind us exactly why this climb is so worth it. Homeownership gives you that unbeatable opportunity to build equity over time. You get actual stability, meaning no sudden crazy rent hikes from a landlord. Plus, you get solid tax write-offs, historical appreciation, and of course the freedom to make upgrades that actually put money back in your pocket.
Moving right along to Base Camp 2, Financial Readiness and FICO.
Okay, real estate is literally packed with jargon, but let's just strip it down. Your FICO score, it's just a 3-digit number, ranging from 300 to 850, that simply reflects your willingness to repay debt. So how do you keep it healthy? The golden rule is super simple. Pay your bills on time and keep your credit card balances well below your limits. Because, believe it or not, this one little number dictates a whole lot about your future interest rate. Let's go ahead and bust one of the biggest myths out there. You absolutely do not need a massive 20% down payment to enter the market. Look at these 2 really common options. A conventional loan only requires a minimum of 3.5% down. Now, you will pay private mortgage insurance, or PMI, until you hit that 20% equity mark. On the flip side, if you're a veteran, a VA loan requires 0 down payment and has 0 PMI. The big takeaway here? There are so many accessible programs designed to get you into a home way faster than you might think. Awesome! Base Camp 3, getting pre-approved. Before you even think about looking at houses, a pre-approval is your absolute golden ticket. So what exact paperwork do you need to grab that ticket? Well, you're going to need your driver's license and social security card, your last 30 days of paychecks, your previous year's W-2s and tax returns, 2 full months of bank statements, and proof of any extra income you might have. Getting all of this gathered up ahead of time allows a lender to tell you exactly what your budget is and what your interest rates will be. Now, once you kick this process off, you must follow what the Living CA team calls the 10 rules of lending. Definitely do pay your bills on time, but the don'ts, those are huge. Don't change jobs, don't open any new credit lines, and whatever you do, and they mean this with a little bit of a lighthearted warning, do not go buy a new car right now, or you might actually end up living in it. Seriously, just keep your financial profile completely frozen until you have those house keys in your hand. Phew. Okay, let's take a quick, low-pressure breather. If you're finding all of this super helpful, but you're thinking, I need to dive deeper into my own specific timeline and finances, well, David and Kimberly actually host a fantastic, completely free monthly homebuyer seminar. You can check it out and register over at livingcahome.com. It's just a really wonderful way to get some personalized guidance without any pressure.
All right, Base Camp 4, House Hunting and Offers.
This is the fun part. But listen, house hunting is a lot more than just swiping through shiny photos online. The team's strategy involves some serious on-the-ground scouting. You need to visit these neighborhoods in person. And not just during the day, but at night too. Use your senses. Listen for ambient noise from cars, airplanes, or local schools, and really check out the nearby community amenities to make sure they actually fit the way you live. Now, you've definitely got to be aware of some important industry rule changes for 2026. Before you even step foot inside a house to tour it, you are going to sign a clear, written agreement detailing exactly what your agent's services are and what their fees are. It's all about total transparency up front. But hey, don't let this stress you out. Buyers can still negotiate for the sellers to help cover that agent compensation or even ask for closing credits to offset the costs. And here we are, Basecamp 5, escrow and closing. The final push to the summit. Escrow is basically that magical window between getting your offer accepted and actually moving your stuff in. Chronologically, it looks like this. First, your offer is accepted and you wire your earnest money deposit, or EMD. Next comes the due diligence, getting the professional inspections and the appraisal done. After that, you remove your contingencies once you're completely satisfied with the condition of the property and your loan is good to go. And finally, you get the keys. Nobody likes late-stage surprises, right? So let's plainly lay out the actual out-of-pocket costs you can expect during this escrow phase. Aside from your earnest money deposit, you should expect to pay between $350 and $550 for a home inspection, and probably $500 to $700 for an appraisal. On top of that, your total closing costs are generally going to run about 2.5% of the total purchase price. Knowing these numbers upfront keeps you completely in control. And here is where having the right experts in your corner really pays off. The Living CA Realty team specifically offers their buyers some incredible perks. We're talking over $1,400 in value. They offer up to a $700 appraisal credit at closing, up to $700 toward a home warranty, and get this, real estate risk management legal coverage for your entire ownership of the home. That is just major peace of mind. All right, so what is your absolute best next step? We have covered a ton of ground today, and the easiest way to figure out what this means for your specific situation is to just book a free 15-minute, zero-pressure call. You can connect with David and Kimberly directly over at livingcaconnect.com, or honestly, just shoot them a text or call their direct line at 562-537-9206. Like I said, your next step is quite literally just one conversation away. So I'm going to leave you with this one thought. Are you ready to finally stop waiting on the sidelines? Are you ready to start building your own equity instead of paying down your landlord's mortgage? The market is moving, and your journey to home ownership can absolutely start today. Thanks so much for joining us on this explainer, and we will catch you on the next one.